Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is episode number 2 on, I think I titled it as the German Naval game. Can't quite remember, don't quite mind, let's just get back into the game. It is quite hot currently, again, in where I live, in the UK. There's another heat wave, obviously, because, we could use another one. I'm joking there, just in case anyone who has any ability to cast heat waves on places is listening. Completely joking, would like no more to happen. Thank you. But yeah, it's been quite hot and uncomfortable. And I haven't really been enjoying it much because it is just too hot. But mainly saying that in case I need to turn my fan on, which is right next to the place I'm recording the audio, so could get quite interesting and quite loud, or B, if my PC starts to play up, which it looks like it wants to try, even though I have cleaned it off because it was covered in dust, the motherboard, which probably isn't the best, so I'd clean that off this week at my own detriment to health, because I'm allergic to dust, which is just fun sometimes. So that was fun, but it should be a lot quieter now, which it sort of is, except whenever I load this game. Like, not just this save game, but like Hearts 4 in general. Whenever I load it, my PC just goes from silent to really wanting to become an on-fire engine, which is interesting. But nevertheless, we have a nation to run, so we shall get into that. So we've got the focus Panzerschiff Raiders. I have no idea what the English translation probably is from that. It's probably like cruisers or coastal defence ships or something like that, probably. We have him, which gives us an operative slot. We could get another operative slot, or we could just not. To be fair, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. I have no interest in half of these guys. Like, I might get this guy here, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, simply because he's a historical figure that helped us do a little bit of something in Poland. And then from there, probably is going to be another agency slot, because that's the most useful. It'll do us the best for the future. Now, we probably are going to need to, we'll let that go down during there. We need to probably focus here. I mean, actually, yeah, let's go to unrestricted. How about we don't? Actually, I've changed my mind. Oh, okay. No, we are going to do that. I was just concerned there that was going to give us a Plan Z. Can't even speak today. The Plan Z decision. Or Plan Z, it's the English. Which I am. But yeah, effectively, that one, I don't want it to give us it just quite yet, because it means building a whole host of ships, which I know we can do, because I know we have sort of naval speed boost, I guess is the best way to describe it. But quite frankly, don't quite feel like doing that right now, because having a navy is one thing, being able to manage it is a second thing entirely. And well, Germany's not prepared for both. So it doesn't really matter which way we look at it, we're not prepared. But I'm sure we'll get there at some point. I do need to organise all the navy though, because it does look quite dire, I'll be honest. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, I remember this being awful. Like, really bad. Luckily it's not as bad. Okay, so we got several task forces here. my simple question is, why so many task forces? And where are the ships that we are so-called converting from sort of more normal ships per se? I mean, I don't know. They could be in here. Are they in here? No. We're supposed to be getting like some cruiser or something. Let's have a look at the focus. So this gives us an extra ship here, possibly. I don't know. Let's have a look. Nope, not there. In here? I have no idea. I'm just searching through the German ships at the minute to try and find it. No, not there. No idea then. Let's see. There, found it. So they deploy there. Right, we'll move that there. That's all good. Gives us some information that we needed. Okay, I don't think we need that many on that. We could probably lower that a bit, is my suggestion, and raise that a bit. Right, Japan's decided war is the best choice. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to follow suit just yet. But what I can say is that we will follow suit at some point. Because, well, we sort of have no choice. That's sort of how we're built as a country. Sort of looking for ships here. Yeah, we have no choice. It's time to build a navy quite rapidly. We've definitely got a focus going, but anyway. Right, we need to expand the military here because it is currently 1937 and I am getting incredibly concerned that we do not have enough divisions in our army to sustain what we want to do. So we need to build more. So I have no idea what the Austrian army looks like in terms of manpower, which, yes, we could check, and we will, because that would be smart. Plan Z is completed. Let's check the Austrian army first. They have about max 49,000 men in their army. We currently have... We should be well over power. If they're telling me I still don't have enough power, I'm going to be very cross. Right, let's switch back here. We will go down here in a minute, but before we do that, I want to... Why can I not do this? Huh? Why? 23 times larger than the Austrian. Okay, well, I guess we still got work to do. So while we're doing that so-called work in expanding our army, let's continue going down the navy, because that seems to be the only thing we can do. Or at least, well, so let's do that. Do that, keep the Dutch on our side. Ignore the rest of that, because the rest of the focus tree isn't that relevant. We need to... Wow! Wow! Well, we can at least get 100 destroyers pretty quickly, I think. Let's pause the game so they don't stop playing until I'm ready. So we're going to have to just send out a bunch of basic destroyers, as we don't particularly have an option. Well, 100 destroyers it is, I guess. I am going to send them out here. No, there. Hanover. And yeah, we're going to start producing destroyers, I guess. Well, here we go. Wonderful. I like expansion. Sounds good. I'm reckoning that's not finished yet. Right, so now we just sit here and wait for something interesting to happen. Or we wait until I actually decide to do some things that we're supposed to be doing, which is probably along the lines of some research. So, considering we probably should not that. There we go. So we should probably get that in place because it is about to be 1938. Don't know why I said it like that, but I just did. We should probably get some Rangers, would be useful, I reckon, probably. The Navy might be a very good time to expand into the Navy because I see that as a critical component for what we are currently doing. I mean, especially considering the fact of how many destroyers we're currently producing. Yeah, we need to do that. We need to lower the manpower requirement we need because I can't produce the amount of divisions it wants me to do. I can't. We don't have time for that. Yeah, thought that was about that. Should probably work on something to do with the aircraft carriers because that would be useful. We'll move these over here. I'm not going to rename any of these ships because I don't have the time for that or the patience. So we'll just have to do it that way. Then go over here. How many destroyers do we still have to produce? A lot, apparently. And then we have Bismarck and Tirpitz coming out here, which will be nice to see them finally arrive. So make sure they both come out of Hanover. We've only got 40 destroyers left to go, which is good. Because I'm going to be quite honest, I can't be bothered to wait too long. The United States wants to limit naval rearmament. Quite simply, don't mind. UK also, just no. I mean, they're probably going to issue another warning, but it's just a warning until they actually decide to do something with it. So we should be ticking off some of the Plan Z demands here in a moment. And that's hopefully some aircraft carriers coming out soon. So, so we have to have at least that amount of, okay. So we could probably cancel our destroyers that we're building, but like, there's only 13 of them left. So, may as well keep that order on. We've also got a basic carrier here. Gonna be quite honest, how many do we need in total? Because that would be our first carrier. We need a total of 4. So we need to put 3 more in as well. So we'll put 4 in total of the aircraft carriers. And then we will probably need some more submarines, maybe. I don't know what Plan C's exactly asking for. No, we need 20 light cruisers. Right, so I guess the next thing we're training is light cruisers. Okay, we'll just get some in here. I think I only said 20, so we're going to produce 20 of them. Okay, this should be good. Before it auto produces that, I forgot what the name of it is. The aircraft carrier, sorry. Before it produces that, we'll make sure it goes to where we want it to go. Which we're going to need to do a lot of naval organisation here in a minute, I'll be honest. But let's at least get the ships out first, and then we can build from there. Right, well, this is looking good so far. And as long as we keep going on this sort of path, we should be right. Now, while they're still producing the background, I'm going to quickly switch over to find out that we still can't do that. Why? Is at least 11.01516 times bigger than the Austrian army. It's now 10 times. Okay, we can do Anschluss now. I have no idea what was going on there, and I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it never happened. That's quite simply what I feel like doing. Right, so how is Plan Z looking like at this minute in time? We need 3 battle cruisers. I guess we're building 3 battle cruisers then, aren't we? That's unfortunately a coastal defense ship. This is going to be our battle cruisers today. We need 3 of them. I mean, we probably have like 2, and we're just producing 3 for the sake of 1, but oh well, may as well get more than we need, because at the end of the day it helps us build up our navy, so I'll take more than we need. So we'll just sit here while that gets deployed, which we're very much going to need to sort this navy out, because it is looking horrible. Not in a sense of small, but in a sense of we've built up a lot of ships, we don't have many ports, and it's all just jumbled together. So that's going to be fun to deal with, I can imagine. Right, and that should be about done. There we go. Now what's next on the list? This has now just become a shopping list. So we've got battle cruisers, we've got carriers, we need heavy cruisers and battleships. I know so far, don't know why I keep saying so far like that, but anyway, we so far have Bismarck and Tirpitz. So that's 2, we need, I think I read 10, could be wrong. I'm going to produce 10 anyway. It says even 10 names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. So that is 10 there. And then I'll make sure they deploy here, and that should be good. Right, lovely, and that's why we keep the general capturing on, because now we have more generals, even though I think we would have got them anyway, but anyway, whatever. Right, let's start deploying some more battleships, of the Bismarck class obviously. Yeah, as well. Right, what's next in our demands? Yeah, we should probably expand East Prussia. I think this is East Prussia. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but don't think I am. Yeah, East Prussia it should be. Still deploying battleships. Sure, we should have done all the battleships by now, but anyway. No, it did say 10. And then we need heavy cruisers as well. 20 of them. Heavy cruisers is basically coastal defense, which I'm going to choose the Deutschland class here. Before it gets a chance to produce any of them, I'm going to select 20 of these, and then they should start producing now. This is quite a lot of ships, I'll be honest. Slightly excessive for the navy size I was looking to have at this point in the game, but nevertheless, we're here now, I guess. But anyway, we need to trade with Turkey. I think we're going to go a bit further. in terms of buying some resources in, because we're going to need to go a bit further if we continue the way we're going. I'm now going to demand the Sudetenland, because that seems like a good idea to do. Give us some more territory and get rid of the Czechoslovakian forts, which I don't feel like fighting across today, because that would just be painful. So that'll be good. Now we're continuing to deploy the ships. Right. We're finally gaining territory here, which is good. I mean, I would quite like a port over here. That would just give me an extra port and extra places to dock my ships. But anyway, speaking of extra places to dock my ships, let's use the extra place and move our capital ship over to Naval, because there's just too much going on. Let's do that. What is this promise about? I'll just take territory. Okay. Right. So we've done the battleships, and we need to continue working on the cruisers. Luckily, they're all deploying anyway, so I don't need to touch anything for it to happen. And then Plan C should be completed. Nice. So basically now, we just sit here until something happens. Sounds good to me. And we should be done in a minute. We've only got 2 battleships left to go. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I will get it wrong. And this next one. Right, so that's the Sudetenland demanded and taken, which is good. Could do that, which would be useful, but I want extra territory. So we're going to take the extra territory. Quite simply. Makes sense. Luckily we shouldn't have to go to war with anyone just yet. What I will do though is probably move all of these troops here, which is perfectly 24 divisions, into an army. Assign, obviously I haven't done any army focuses yet, so I don't have any field marshals, which is lovely. So we'll assign absolutely 0 commanders. Instead, we will set up a front line and just basically make sure Yugoslavia understands that we're going to take the territory one way or another. And that's just a fact, I guess. But that's good. Plan Z seems to have been completed here. Very good. Don't know why we had to terminate our trade agreements, but we have. Probably because we stopped producing ships. No, we just don't need the trade anymore because we're not producing as many ships, which is good. Because it was slightly excessive, I'll be honest. But we can go up in our recruitment. We can go to war economy as well, which is good. My PC is starting to feel the heat, which is lovely, but we'll continue anyway. And hopefully Yugoslavia should hand over the territory we want imminently, which would be nice. Okay, this is something or other, not really a problem to me. We can see here that they're preparing already for what's about to happen. Right, good. That'll come into effect in a minute, or not at all, because for some reason they've decided not to take the course of action to give it to us. Lovely. Love nothing more. Unfortunately, they're protected by the French, and I don't feel like going to war with the French just yet. So that's fun. Are they protected by the French? They are indeed. Yep, by France and Romania. Now, if it was just Romania, I wouldn't mind knowing the Allies. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I can't manage to do that yet. Well, I guess it's time to start building up an army, because we're going to need it imminently. So, let's take all of them, put them in there. We need 4 divisions here. Good. Negotiations happening very well. Do that, split them up. Now we'll just select 24 of these divisions here. Building up an even larger army. Not going to select any commanders just yet, because quite frankly I don't know which ones are going to get promoted or not. So until promotions happen, I'm going to hold back from promoting anyone, or selecting anyone, sorry, to lead the army. It is getting nearer to the historical start of World War II here, so we will have to start the war imminently. I really should set up a counter with how many times I said imminently in this video. But anyway. Why is it getting hotter? Sorry guys, it's just increasing in temperature here, which is not fun. Right, well, clearly they need to submit. Set up Slovakia as a friendly state. Very good. That gives us more access to more things. And then there will probably be a war over here imminently, I would imagine. Say it again, need to change my wording of certain things. Let's have a look. Nope. Why can't I do that? I need more manpower. I need territory for that. I mean, that's going to be useful, but I'm looking at more useful things than that. I need to work on the military for just 1 or 2 focuses here. This gives me nothing. That gives me... Where's the one that gives me field marshals? That's generals. Does this give me field marshals? No, I get a general. Something. Well, we'll do this and see what we get out of it. I'm only going to do 1 or 2 more focuses in this video, and then we'll end it there. Right, that's the war I was predicting to happen imminently. Need to really stop saying that word. It's actually driving me insane at this point, and I'm the one saying it. Quite soon we will have to worry about some of our neighbours, because I have a feeling that they are potentially planning something against us. Right, let's not worry about that. That's not going to help us much. So we're going to have to go through this one. I just want some field marshals. That's all I want. It's not that hard to ask for. It's like all the things I could possibly be asking for, I'm asking for field marshals. Like, I've already built my navy up. I'm happy with that. I just want field marshals to be able to command my army. But anyway. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the Second World War, which probably will be next week, because I have no intention of starting it today, Because apparently I need more I have no idea what that word was. I need more manpower in the field apparently. Which was 9 something I think. But I'm currently over 1 million men, so I should be fine. I don't want generals, I want field marshals. Why can I not get field marshals? I have no idea. Because I'm not looking in the correct place. Right, we're doing another focus just so I can get some field marshals. It's quite sad, to be fair. Right, they can go there. That's the next army. And then they'll go in there. Right, now we have to wait till the next focus completes. Yeah, you know what, why not? That's Italy now in our faction. They are technically at war, but we're just going to quite simply ignore that. It doesn't exist, doesn't need to be seen. Didn't see it, don't know what you're on about. Oh, he's got extra people. That'll do us for now. This is going to be quite a good batch of generals, I have a feeling. This is going to be a very good batch of generals. This general here in Army 4 will have a spare unit, but that's okay. We're just going to have to deal with that for now. And then we will move Army number 2 to protect the French border. I won't activate that order because it just wouldn't be worth it to do. But what I will do instead is move these guys over here, preparing to invade Poland, and then move these guys over here, preparing to attack Poland on this side, and then these guys are going to be prepped on the Netherlands, preparing to go over and make some good progress over there. Right, now that should hopefully work quite nicely. I'll now move my troops. Actually, I'm not going to move my troops anywhere. What I'm going to do is start the Molotov Ribbentrop pact here, and that way it will benefit us for the next episode. And that's where we leave this episode, because we're preparing for next week to be the start of the wars. So if you did like this episode, please do like, subscribe and turn on your post notifications when you do subscribe, so you never miss another upload from me. And now for a little bit about next week. We'll be starting to go to war with Poland, probably Yugoslavia and the Allies in general. But other than that, I will catch you all next week for another video. So, see you all there. Bye for now. Bye.